Dear Miss Dr. Isli Iriani Indapane M. Hum, as the supervisor for the English Education Management Literacy course and also a classmate that I'm proud of. Praise and gratitude we extend to the presence of God Almighty for all the time and opportunity from Him. The COVID-19 pandemic had a major impact on education in Indonesia. A coordination meeting was held by the Minister of Education and Culture Nadiem Anwar Makarim with the Minister of Home Affairs Muhammad Tito Karnavian and all regional heads to ensure learning policy during to the COVID-19 pandemic. We are carried out correctly. This seminar will discuss solution to problems in implementing learning during the distance learning pandemic, namely the learning model carried out during the pandemic, because the principle of education policy during the COVID-19 pandemic is to prioritize health and safety. Students, educators, education, staff, families, and society in general. In the context of fulfilling educational service during the pandemic, so let's start the education. I leave it to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, all seminar participants. Hopeful we are always in the good health. Thank you also to Miss Angel Octaviani for taking the time together with us. The topic that we will discuss at seminar is about distance learning communication problem during COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Diantana Puri as the moderator of this seminar, and I will guide the seminar. The series of events that we will pass in the seminar include: the first opening was delivered by Ms. Rosvina Sari Siburian. Second, the presentation of the material will be delivered by Ms. Angel Octaviani. Third, question and answer session plus closing. Let's just start the discussion this time. Good morning, Ms. Angel. How are you today?
Okay, good morning. I'm fine. Thank you for this kind welcome.
On this auspicious occasion, we will listen to our speaker convey the topic of the problem of long-distance communication during the COVID-19 pandemic. This topic is interesting because it's a case that has hit the world, including Indonesia, and has an impact on aspects of life. To shorten the time, I invite the research person to convey a description of the interesting seminar topic. I will count time and the place.
Okay, thank you. Okay, like our titles in seminars is, okay, before then I will share my PowerPoint. Okay. Our title is the seminar is Problems or Distance Learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. We all know the learning process in school during the COVID-19 pandemic has many problems faced. The COVID-19 pandemic requires taking a stand in preventing wider transmission, including the education sector. We know that. In this regard, the Ministry of Education and Culture takes a firm stance through several cultures regarding education policy in the emergency period of the spread of COVID-19. And then we know the existence of the COVID-19 pandemic that has hit the world, including Indonesia, has an impact on various aspects of life, one of which in education. And yes, therefore, educational institutions require to carry out the process of learning activities remotely. Namely, students learning and teaching teachers must continue even though students are at home. As we know, a result education are required to design learning by utilizing online media. Learning during the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in extraordinary change, and we know that in the level of education. This extraordinary change seemed to force the transmission to adapt suddenly to the learning from home, certainly not easy thing. We know because it is not fully ready. The problem with the world of education has the learning process in not yet uniform. Both the standards and the desired learning outcomes, and they certainly felt heavy by educators and students. Okay, we can see the network learning. What's the meaning of network learning or online learning objectives? The meaning of online learning objective is facilitate communication in the delivery of teaching materials in the field of education, which is carried out remotely. Okay, you can see, we can talk about the online learning. And this is also the tabs taken by my school when I teach. Okay, 4 steps. We can see that there are 4 steps in my PowerPoint. And the next, responding to various compliments relate to internet access, concerns, and learning activities that are burdensome for education and students. As we know, the Ministry of Education and Culture applied to realize meaningful education that does not only focus on academic or cognitive aspect in achievement. More clearly, the rules regarding and learning process from home required in circular letter of this Ministry of Education and Culture number 4 of year 2020. Okay, you know that concerning the implementation of education policy in emergency period for spread of coronavirus disease, or we can say COVID-19. Okay, you can see distance learning charts in education. We can see the graph of learning communication media used by teachers. We can see that the most widely media are WhatsApp groups, which use network access and which is still one of the simple learning communication media. And we know that. Okay. Educators must have the qualification to learning active. So therefore positive, creative, and innovative thinking can help our various problems in the distance learning process by applying fun online learning media, resulting in quality learning outcomes. Okay, when the COVID-19 pandemic has hit the world, including Indonesia to that, the sophistication of information technology must be utilized as best as possible as communication used by teachers. Because this is a requirement for professional teacher. As according to Kusnandar, one of professional teachers are teachers who always master the material of subject matter to be taught and teaching and learning instruction that adapt to the times and always with the develop their abilities is a sustainable in a sustainable manner, but in terms on their knowledge and experience. So that's the problem analysis and solution distance learning communication problem during this pandemic. That's all, and I say thank you.
Wow, I think our topic is very interesting and it's still a hot topic of discussion in the other part of the world. All right, the speaker has finished explaining our topic for today. We will start a discussion session in the form of Q&A for our respect audience. Okay, anyone question, please?
Okay, me, moderator. Thank you to moderator and speaker. Good morning. My name is Yeni Hairani Pane. And thanks for the opportunity. You made good point. However, I would like to ask you explanation about a sustainable PGG system. What efforts can be made to improve learning communication from the school or educator? Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Yeni. Miss Angel, you are welcome to answer question.
Okay, thank you to moderator. And I can answer the question. In order to improve, we know the quality of PGG or distancing learning is in a sustainable manner. Several important things must be purpose. Among others, the first, school must begin to improve the facilities and infrastructure to support online learning, such as infrastructure for stringent, the internet network, or learning management system. And the second, increasing the capacity of educators who support implementation of distance learning. For example, increasing competence in prepare media and connectivity and managing learning by participating in various trainings. And the third, the communication expansions of technology platform, like a technology platform support to distance learning. The support of various technology platform for learning activities is accepted to continue after the COVID-19 pandemic has ended. Some of these efforts we made to prepare for distance learning to be carried out optimally, not only in a pandemic situation, but also to improve the quality of education, the minds of rapid technology development. Okay, that's I think. Thank you.
Okay, I agree with your opinion. But what if students do not internet as a medium of learning communication? What are the possible solutions? Thank you.
Okay, a great questions. I can answer the question. Okay, well, in the terms increasing distance learning, the government supports and facilitates the implementation of online learning more broadly. In collaboration with Cominfo and telecommunication service providers, these efforts, the public can access a variety of distance learning content through various platforms such as Rumah Belajar, Kelas Pintar, Paper School, Ruang Guru, and Zenius, and the etc. As a form of support, the government encourages the priority of learning house to be able to work together with the public broadcasting institution like a TVRI or RRI. So this is IT-based learning system can be utilities when there are problems or internet network.
Okay, that's a very good answer given to us, yeah. So, internet access network is no longer an excuse for not doing distance learning. I think so.
Yes, that's right.
To the audience, does anyone still want to contribute with their question? I invite the time and opportunity.
Yes. Thanks for the time, Miss Dian. I want to know, Miss Angel, do you think the current learning process has been called the ideal learning process? Thank you.
May I know your name, please?
Oh, sorry. My name is Yeni Saufina Siregar.
Thank you, Miss Yeni Sirega. Please, Miss Angel.
Okay, as we know, the current distance learning process cannot be called in ideal learning condition, as we know that, and we know it. But an emergency conditional that must implement. There are still various outlets so that all learning can be optimal. I think so. Thank you.
That's right. But how to optimize it, Miss Angel?
Okay. When the COVID-19 pandemic has hit the world, including Indonesia until now, like I say, the first slide, the sophistication of information technology must be used as best as possible as communication used by teachers, because it is a requirement for a professional teacher.
Sorry, but may I say something?
Yes, please, Miss.
So how to create professional educators according to the demands of the current pandemic?
Okay, make to create professional educators according to the demands of the current pandemic. I think as according to Kusnandar, the professional teachers are teachers who always master the material of subject matter that will be taught in the teaching and learning interactions that are adapt to the times and always develop their abilities in sustainable manner, but both in terms of their knowledge.
I agree with your opinion. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it turned out that this discussion is very interesting. This session can build our knowledge about the problem of the current distance learning communication system. It's time for us to end this interesting discussion. I return it to the chairman.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Dian. We can conclude when the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak hit the world, including Indonesia, until now, the of information technology must be utilized as best possible as a communication used by a teacher. With the advancement of information and communication technology today, it can bring the virtual world into reality in front of us. The world is no longer limited by distance, space, and time. That's all. Activities will be easier and faster. Thank you for the time and opportunity for speaker and audience. Hopefully, the seminar can open a mindset and improve professional in distance learning today. Stay healthy and see you next time. Okay, before it ends, we will introduce the members of group 1, which is where the group members are named. My name is Rospina Sarsiburian, chairman and moderator in Dian Ratnapuri, speaker Angel Octaviani, participant 1 Yeni Karani Pane, participant 2 Petrus Sumarmata, participant 3 Yeni Sregar. Okay, stay healthy and see you next time. Thank you.